was a wound. You should try looking for it one more time.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them.
Oh oh.
Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did
Gut.
she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
Was ist noch
Class
passiert?
shit came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
Was ist dann passiert?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead.
Ach, deswegen.
Through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
Sie hat also auch gelogen.
Means they've been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
So. Bin sofort wieder da. So. Wieder da. Wer ist Tipps? Der 8. Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Tibbs. That's short for.
Yeah. Good man.
Bet their father's name, Atticus Hardy. Lucretia.
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. They can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from. They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
Oh. Aha, da haben wir
That's
vielleicht
all
mal.
he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Okay, danke. Ich rede mit ihr letztes Mal.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, Clausia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
Ja,
that's
bin ja nicht
right.
mit.
If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of...
We'll take that.
Also okay. Gehen wir noch einmal hoch. Ich habe tatsächlich diese ganz kurze Pause für euch, die war für mich was länger. Also ich war einkaufen, habe gekocht, habe gegessen. Und hatte dann ganz kurz, jetzt wo klar ist, dass die ihn nicht umgebracht haben und er erschossen wurde und meine Waffe weg ist, habe ich ganz kurz die Idee gehabt, und die ist noch nicht ganz weg, dass ich vielleicht sogar der Mörder bin.
It's always good to see you. I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched. Her feet long and straight.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. That's what you do. You're the police.
Ich mag die.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting you.
This is good. Clear the air first. Between you two. Is it? Something is off. Shush. I can't hear what she's saying. Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired.
Oh, was für eine schöne Metapher.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into. You're right. There's
Noch
more.
mehr.
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon. The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then
Sie haben angefangen, moralen Herren.
old, old world.
You share a database with them. You seem to be their code.
Was haben sie getan?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me.
Okay.
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill,
Okay.
well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Fucked. People after her. Moral intern people. This isn't Orionese lit. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
We were there. Together. In bed, maybe.
Mhm.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window
Okay, das
behind
ist
me
sehr
shatter,
genau.
and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open, dumb. I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me. He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Oh. So am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was...
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off. Much more than usual.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get
Hör mal auf
to
jetzt.
this.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore. So I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there. It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishal.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it
Okay.
again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers. 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lewsdown County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lou Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too, along with Luskop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Laws cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airbag, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me. Sure. I'm not a war criminal, but it was bad. People lost their jobs. Good people too, not just C-suite.
Das ist nicht schön, richtig.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder. When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Okay.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the
Was ist das für
shot.
eine doofe Frage?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Sollten wir im Hinterkopf behalten, sehe
We
ich auch
can't
so.
go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, is that you'll get nothing from there. Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once,
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud, thud. So I called you. I hope
Das
with all
ist
my
echt
heart
übel.
it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
she definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Ruby, you know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care
Wer
of.
ist Ruby?
She's the organizer.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardy Boy?
Why not? Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation. But I can't. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the temple.
Klasse.
Looks like you got there in time. What was this? 20 minutes up?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does. Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. He carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
Diese Ruby, wo ist diese Ruby jetzt?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the...
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else? She nods, silently. He's thinking, are we done here? Or...
Bitte?
But we are awake, sire. If you have doubts, just give us one example of deceit. Just one, and we will gladly change our minds. Gosh, she's so young, isn't she? She would look spectacular in a starring role. Be careful not to look too long into her soon-to-be... It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her.
Irgendwas fehlt noch.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Schauspielkunst, komm, wir versuchen's. Oh. Okay.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Who?
Ja.
Dear God,
Angezogen.
you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone.
Was, echt?
She probably didn't
Wieso
give you
das?
her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Commencer. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. It's Katarzyna Elysium.
Katarzyna Elysium.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin, not Occidental at all. Smells of motor. It also makes Klasia almost an alacronym for Katarzyna Elysium. She nods. Her round eyes meet yours. They seem moist from the wind. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The number, there was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking.
That is the emergencies desk. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
Seltsam.
Little whimper. The young woman hears.
What?
Her hand trembles. She's only pretending she didn't hear you say, devil woman.
But I haven't done anything. Anything.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial. Fucking mind games.